Happy wife, happy life? Recent data reveals that marriages last when men bring home the money. A study shows that of the 16% of marriages in America with a female breadwinner, 42% end in divorce. But according to the Institute for Family Studies, marriages with the lowest chance of divorce are ones in which the husband earns at least $38,000 more than his wife. I have to tell you, Lydia, I actually make less than my wife for her, because she's a neurophysiologist, very fancy doctor.
Wow.
But I'm happy. I'm very happy with her being in charge. Who's in charge in your marriage?
I would love to meet your wife one day, the other Dr. Siegel. So I'd like to think that my husband and I are truly an equal partnership, and I'm so grateful. And, I think sometimes divorce is not what I strive for ever, but for some relationships, it's the only reality. So I'm not really sure about this study and whether it really actually relates to breadwinning or not, but I'm grateful for my marriage and my husband.
Yeah, Doc, I'll tell you, this is what I'll say. I'm not going to disparage how any two people make their marriage work, because it's hard. It's really hard. Money often is a problem in marriages, and you asked a different question. You said, who's in charge? You didn't say who makes the most money. You said who's in charge. Earning the most money doesn't always equate to being in charge. But I will say this. I think that the unspoken part of this is that a lot of these marriages where the husband earns more is probably because the wife is raising kids at home and taking care of the home, which is more work, more stressful, more difficult. And, maybe it's just overall the family unit is happier, and the symptom is that the dad or the husband earns
That's
more.
an interesting point. Kaylee, what do you think about his point that maybe it's not about money, maybe it's about who's raising the children and then who's making more money?
Well, I think that's exactly right, because most women would actually prefer that. They prefer to stay at home and to raise the kids, and that shouldn't be incorrect to say. It shouldn't be politically incorrect to say. I think it's funny. My husband and I have gone back and forth at various points in our career in terms of who makes the most money. And I don't see it necessarily as one person making more money than the other, because as Lydia said, I think it's an equal partnership. And I think that's the sort of mindset that you should go into marriage with, as a partnership, as a team, working together for the greater good. My husband's out in Times Square right now walking blocks to get the baby to go down, because that's the only way he can get him to sleep. And that's just what we do. We work with each other, and, it's great. 5 years married.
Everyone on this panel agrees that being in love helps.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's necessary. Yeah.
It's a necessary part of it. Absolutely. I agree with that.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.